It's the bio machine.
Hi everyone, am I audible? Okay, yes. Okay, so welcome everyone to Toastmasters Club Annual General Meeting of 2024. And today will be the really last day for me to have this opening address as a club president. And moving on later on, we will vote for our future president, our future club committees, and I hope all of you will commit like in UMTMC, because we are not like uh ordinary Toastmasters club out there. We are tied to UM, so there's quite a lot of rules and also quite a lot of different stakeholders that we will need to connect to lah. So good luck for future term committee, and we shall start our meeting. Moving on to item number 2, quorum. Okay. So the EGM requires a quorum of more than 50% of club active members. So our active members count is 16. Attendees for meeting today is 12. Quorum is achieved. Moving on to item number 3, right? Item 3, annual reports from club officers 2023 to 2024. We will start with SAA first.
Okay. Hi, I'm the SAA for the this term. Okay. First of all, it's about the roles and responsibility of SAA. First of all, it ensures that we have to keep and manage the club assets, such as the banners, the timers, and then those ribbons. And the second one is about to set out those chairs and other assets before the meeting so that the meeting can be well prepared before it starts. And then during the meeting, we have to ensure the meeting to go smooth. The last one is about to ensure the meeting room back to as it should be after the meeting as we are borrowed from UM. Yeah, I think that's some roles and responsibility. Okay. The second is about the current club main asset. First of all, we have the green bells and the timer card, which the green and yellow and red card. And then the second is the gables, banners, and then the socket extensions. And then I think it's those G and each levels of the ribbons. And then we also have A batteries. I think the number of snowball, I think it's two. I have mistake here because I think some of them is cannot be used already. And then the car committee name tag, the masking tag, and then those I think a few of marker pens and ball pens and a microphone set. That's all for the part and asset for now. So, okay. During my term, I say that there's no any fabulous achievement. The main achievement I think is that we go as usual of last term we have set out the hybrid meeting at our physical venue. And then for the main bottleneck that I've met is that because of my time management, sometimes I cannot set up the meeting before the meeting starts. There's some meeting is cannot be ready before that. And then as you because I'm not that familiar with online this settings, sometimes there's some issues with those online meetings. Okay, about the main learning is that yeah, I know about those basic setup of a meetings for formal meeting as a Toastmaster meeting. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all for me. Hmm? Oh, okay. Sorry. There's one more slide. Okay. It was for the successors. Okay. First of all, ensure and familiar with those hybrid setting, which is more easier for those online participants. And then try to ensure the meeting is set up and well prepared before the meeting start. Maybe we can have to adjust some time for those setup. Yeah, I think that's all for me.
Okay, now we will open the floor for questions. I saw Sheru raise her hands. Yes, Sheru.
Actually, I can't hear anything just now because my Wi-Fi is not good. Sorry. Maybe later I will listen to the recording again if it's really important.
Okay. Okay, we will have a recording later. Okay, any more questions? If not, we will proceed in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Next, let us have Joshua to present Treasury report.
Thank you to Jane, our president. So I am Joshua, the current term's club treasurer. My roles and responsibilities as the treasurer is to prepare and oversee the club budget, how much is our income and what are the expenses that we have for this term, collecting and paying the membership dues and fees in Toastmasters International website, allocate funds for the club activities based on our budget, and also keeping the financial records and prepare financial reports, especially when we need to get claim from KMUM. And at the same time, also prepare letter of payment request to KMUM for any claims. And moving on to the next slide, where I would like to present the club financial report. Is the words clear or is it too small for the audiences to see?
It's clear.
It's clear. Okay, sure. So over here, I have a summary on the income and expenses. For our income, the funds that I received from the previous term is 1,586 ringgit 48 cents. For this term, we have a total of 1,300 ringgit sponsorship from five members. Some of those sponsorship is to pay for new members their membership fees, whereas some is for our club to use it on club activities such as maybe we want to buy a prize for the club contest, or maybe you might want to do a workshop. We can use those funds to for our activities. And I also summarized on the membership renewal received. It has part of the income, which is later on reflected also in the expenses, how much is going up. And for the claims, so far I've claimed 353 ringgit 90 cents, which is for the UMTMC speech marathon and open day. We are still pending for the Toastmasters Club contest claim. It's still under process by KMUM. The anniversary cash prize, 60 ringgit, which was later also sent to all the winners during the club anniversary meeting. And lastly is a profit credit from RHB Bank. So I put our budget, the club funds, the club budget into the RHB Bank. And the thing about RHB Bank is that every time when I make a payment, let's say make a transaction from my RHB account, there would be some profit earned, like 2 ringgit 50 cents or maybe 1 ringgit 50 cents. So in a way, it kind of help us to gain a little bit club funds as well. So the total income is 12,225, For the expenses we spend on club contests, the food and prizes, Mama, ISEC 2023 claim request, that one I have already given to those who have spent their money on it. The anniversary cash prizes, the membership payments, and lastly the club t-shirt, 230 ringgit. So for this term, the total expenses is 10,216. And at the end of the day, the cash balance is around 2,008 ringgit 99 cents, which I would say increased by around 400 to 500 ringgit from the previous term. I consider it a win for this term. And lastly is regarding, so some of our members, they do pay by installments for April to September 2024, which is something I would like to would like the successor to take note on. Moving on to the next slide. For this term, the main achievements I would say is managing to claim funds for the UMTMC Speech Marathon and Open Day, because the process of getting the claim from KMUM can be quite long, and we also need to be able to allocate how much we want to claim for each activity properly, or else if we go over it, then we might lose the chance of claiming the money. Second one is submitting payments for membership on time. And lastly is increase the club funds. Some of the main bottlenecks that I have for this term is writing the letter of payment request. It's something new for me. And prior to that, we didn't really have a documentation of all the letters. So for this term, I would actually try to create a folder for the successor to review on it the next time when he or she would want to write a letter. Of course, KMUM, they do provide the templates, but at least we're writing it in our club's style. So then you have a better reference to write in the future. And lastly is preparing the receipts for activity reports for the main bottlenecks. And the main learning is learn to write letter of payment requests and the RHB account, which can earn a little bit of profit every time when you do a transaction. Next slide. And lastly, for my advice to the successor is collaborate with committee members that has contacts for sponsors. Like for this term, most of the committees, they were really helpful with the sponsorships, and not just the committee members, but also members in UMTMC who are willing to actually sponsor for new members to join UMTMC, especially when the membership fees has already increased from 45 USD to 60 USD. Second advice is keeping tabs with KMUM or the person in charge with the claim request. Always get the latest updates to know what is happening, so that you at the end of the day you can get your claim back. Keeping track of the club expenses, budget, and the trend, including claims. And lastly, get all the essential information required from a predecessor so that you have a better idea of what to do when you face maybe the same problems that I face, or a different or a newer problem. And then you can share that to your successor in the future. So that is all from my report. Is there any questions that the club members would like to ask?
I have a question here.
Yes.
May I know who is the sponsor for this year's for this term? Thank you.
All right. Hold on a second. May I also ask again? When you talk about sponsors, is it like overall all the sponsors,
For
or
this
is it
term, like
only?
you
All
put
right.
in 1,300 ringgit. So it's better to put in the name in the slides, because that way it's credited lah.
Okay. So I have 5 so far. There's 5, but there's one who requested me not to name them actually. So there will be a total of six sponsors, one of which requested not to say his name. The other 5 is 1, Yumeng, 2, Darren, 3, Carl, 4, Lacey, and 5, Oiwa. And Lacey, she sponsored to Umi for her membership fees.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Ming Kang.
For the sponsors, I suggest to write an appreciation note to the people who sponsor us so that they know where their money went. Maybe
Okay.
after this.
Okay,
Okay,
sure.
thank you.
So, any further questions? If not, perhaps I can pass the stage back to the
Cheryl,
Cheryl.
you have
Yes.
any questions?
What are those claim and what is the meaning of like a trend? Is it
Uh,
like the balance or what?
Also, okay, so for trend, yes, it's about the balance. What I mean by trend is like comparing the balance for this term and the balance with last term to see whether the club funds, is it increasing or is it decreasing? And from that trend, you can see what are the actions that you can take for your term or maybe even for your successor. And for the claims, it means that sometimes some of our activities, the spending may be a bit large, and we have to also return the money back to those who spend it for the activity. So we can actually claim it from the school, KMUM. They prepare a 2,000 ringgit claim for each club. Did I answer your question, Cheryl?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
One more
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I have one more question. Just curious, for the 2,000 yearly claim or 1.5K yearly claim from UM, right? What are the things that cannot be claimed?
What are the things that can be claimed?
Or everything that you claim is successful?
Okay, so far for the things that we claim is like food prices. I think those are acceptable, or especially when it's for an event. If it's say like for your personal stuff, I don't think it is applied. And when you want to claim the money, you have to also submit your receipt. And the receipt that you submit has to be a physical copy of receipt. They don't accept invoices like in your invoice, if unless you've stated that you have already paid it, or like from your bank statement, those they accept. Other than that, I think invoices they don't really they say they will deny, they will not accept invoices. They only accept physical copy of receipts. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. If there's no any other questions, we'll proceed to the next report in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now I would like to invite our secretary Iktifa to present his report. Iktifa.
Okay, thank you, Jane, Madam President, for the kind introduction. So, hi everyone, I'm Itifa, I'm the secretary of the club. So, for now, the responsibilities of the secretary is to write AGM report to University Malaya to support the VPE as a base camp manager for Toastmasters pathways, and also to approve your um, pathways completion, report new officers to Toastmasters International World Headquarters, and to take the minutes at each club and each club executive committee. Next. Next. Okay, for UM itself, I think for club secretary, what I do is mostly I help the other experts to find GE and so forth and so on, and also to find helpers. at times I will help to do other stuff lah. And also at the same time, right, remember that for all EXCOs, the future EXCOs, you have to dedicate 2 days, 2 whole days to join the COT, which is the Club Officer Training. So it will be held twice for during the year. So term one will be one COT, term two will be the second COT. My major backing is or learning is not much because the role of secretary is like quite relaxed and you just need to help others for your job lah. And also whenever there's like documents or whatever, you have to help them lah. That's it for me. Back to you.
Okay, I will now open the floor for questions. Okay. If there's no any questions, I will proceed to the next person in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Next, I would like to invite Jeffrey, our VPPR, to give his report. Jeffrey.
Thank you to Madam President Jane. Hi everyone, my name is Jeffrey, the VPPR of UMTMC. So here are the roles and responsibility. Mind you, I copied and pasted this from the Toastmaster website because I couldn't, if I think by myself, it will be too simple. So basically, the first one is to protect the Toastmasters brand. Basically, essentially, when you create like social media posting, you need to make sure that you comply with the TI guideline. Second is develop a public relations plan. Of course, in a perfect world, the VPPR should be able to do all of this, but because due to my commitments, I only did like 1, 2, or 3 roles from all of these. And then the next one will be to collaborate with the club committees to plan like PR plan activities and initiative and also monitor status lah for like social media goals. So moving on to the club social media status. Jane, next slide, please. So we have achieved, I checked, as of now, we have 652 followers on our Instagram page, which was an increase by 152 since September 2023. So our most active social media account right now that I managed to balance is Insta, FB, and also WhatsApp. And the target was at least 4 posting per month, 2 posting the invitation, and the other 2 are the post meeting report. So if have festive occasion or special holiday, then it will be 5 per month. And for this term, I managed to help us get the banner thanks to Ming Tang because his videos on our club had helped us to garner views, which qualified us for the banner. I'm not sure if the banner is at UMTMC yet. And then queries, seldom we have queries on social media, mostly is at the registration form. So on social media, they'll just ask for our help to post their events on our stories. And also compared to the previous term, I managed to follow the TI brand guideline and also post during each festive occasion. So in other words, our social media account is quite active. Next slide, please. So the main achievement, I'll say, as I said, was to obtain the banner from District 51, get 600 plus followers compared to September of 500 followers, and also consistent social media posting and creative poster designs. Though I actually applied to the TI branding guideline, but it did not restrict the creativity. Bottleneck, ideally, we will want to have a PPPR to be able to present physically so that can take photos or live sessions and post it on our social media pages and more people to assist. This is something we can consider if we have more members lah. And then for main learning, I think in essence, in social media, it's better to be consistent rather than post a lot at one time and then not posting anything after that. And also engage with the audience. Like some people like to comment, then we just reply, whether react or reply to their messages, etc. And also be more creative. I learned how to use Canva because I use that a lot, and also learn how to be more creative posting. And also when I post something on social media about our event, I'm quite truthful lah. I don't try to oversell. Next slide, please. So for the advice, practice make perfect. When I started off as BPPR, I never done any poster before. But then my poster, I have to admit that it got better lah. Yeah. And then I use ChatGPT a lot in my copywriting, and it's very useful. And also, once you got the social media materials out, you share to the members, share to your friends, and share to anyone you know to help make the event more popular. Yeah, and that's all from me. Thank you. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I will now open the floor for questions. Okay, if there's no questions, we will proceed to the next person in 3, 2, 1. Okay, next we will have our Vice President of Membership, Nicholas, to present his report. Nicholas?
Hi guys, am I audible? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so for the roles and responsibility of VPN, we have to first recruit new members. Then we should initiate contact with guests, like whoever guest comes into our our meeting, we have to initiate contact with them and also make them feel welcome. That's what is your role is about. Then other than that, like when guests ask about any information, it's our job to provide information to them. Then also, this is very important, which is quite difficult, or you might find it easy, which is to manage the process of converting guests to members. So after guests come to our meeting, it's your job to try to convert them to members. Then how you convert them, I'll tell you later on in the other slides. Also, this is an extra. You can also conduct membership building program. For example, you can have like a mini outing, like after eating, after we can have supper at somewhere else in the after the meeting. It can help build membership and also probably make the members feel welcome and become a family. Last but not least, you also should work with other guard officer to strategize solution. For example, I work with Jeffrey to coordinate like to contact the guests that sign up for our meeting, and then we send them the location, we send them information. Then I also uh strategize with someone else, like for example the treasurer, to help with the payment. For example, I will send Joshua the receipt of the payment. Sometimes the member send it to me, then I'll send it to Joshua, then I'll just key in. After I just key in, then Joshua will make the payment. Next slide, please. So this is our membership from October to May 2024. At first, we have 15 members. Then, unfortunately, during October and November, there is no changes. Then suddenly, on December, we have two new members, uh, which is Grace and also Elvin. Grace and Elvin joined us in December. Then January, Sheryl joined us, and also who is it? Oh, Umi and Sheryl joined us in January. So December and January is where we have our like the peak of our membership intake. Then February, which is we are busy with our schedule, our tests, so there's no members that join us. And in March, which is actually who joined us in March, I think. If I'm not mistaken, someone joined us in March. I forgot already. But unfortunately, during the March renewal campaign, some of our members did not we didn't manage to retain some of our members. We lost 5 members, which is Ashraf, Ashraf, Henry, Shermy, and Ashraf, Henry, Shermy, and one more person, someone I forgot. I'm so sorry. Then in the end, now we have 15 people. Then recently, Kinzer join us. So now we have 16 as of now. We have 16 members in Toastmaster Club. Next slide, please. So our main achievement is that we managed to have 6 new members, which is Alvin, Grace, Umi, um, Cheryl, Kinzer. One more is Iman. Now I remember it's Iman that joined us. For the main bottleneck is usually our membership retention. Membership retention is our key thing that we need to know what to do. So membership retention during the renewal program, we have to follow up with the members and say that sometimes they have like other commitments. And it's also inevitable because we are a university club. Some of them just graduate and poof, they decided not to renew. But luckily, we also got people that after graduation, they still renew, which is our someone you know who is he. Then other bottlenecks is membership fees. Even though we have sponsorship, some of them see our membership fees 60 USD, then they already feel like not gonna join already. Tell them there's tell them that we have sponsorship but they have to commit, then they find they are scared of commitment. So they won't join us. This is one of the main bottlenecks that I face as a BPM. Then what I learned through everything about this is it's very important to make sure to follow up with your guests. I myself, I do follow up, but I'm not persistent enough. Maybe my successor will be more persistent than me to make sure that you follow up with them maybe like every 3 days or not, or maybe they'll just get they'll find it very annoying. So your job is to follow up with them. And what I learned that I had a mistake is during the student club carnival, there was so many people that say that interested in joining in Toastmasters, but unfortunately, there are some people that are exposed to Toastmasters through student club carnival, but a lot of people saw us and then they didn't join. Maybe it's like how we approach them, how we sell them Toastmaster. So that's one of the learnings that we need to do, follow up with them. Also be proactive. Maybe not just talk to your juniors or mentors and mentees about Toastmaster. You can talk about anything. Maybe just be friends with them instead of just being so professional as Toastmasters members. Next slide, please. This is my advice to the successor. Open day is very important to convert guests into members. Make sure not to waste the opportunity like me. Opportunity come once, and open day is one of them to convert guests into members. Then you can maintain 20 members in your club. Also, be proactive and interact with guests during the meeting. Whenever you see me, I will always cut out the guests during the meeting and then talk to them or maybe just have fun and chat with them. Just do whatever you want. Don't make them feel left out. If they left out, they'll feel like Toastmaster is something that is not their thing. If you left them out, then they won't join. You have to be friendly with them. Also, invite guests to future meeting. This is one of your job. It's just to forward the meeting invites to former guests, like people that join us before that have potential to join us to future events for them to join us. Then last but not least, when guests go home, don't just let them go home. Follow up with them. Make make sure that what did they learn, what did they do, will then invite them to the next meeting. Or even better, if they're here, then they say I want to sign up, then they sign up. So that's all for my presentation as a VPM, and all the best to my successor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nicholas. I will now open the floor for questions.
Any questions?
Okay, if there's no questions, We shall proceed to the next agenda. Our next VP, Vice President of Education, Zijun, to present her report. Zijun.
Hi everyone, I'm Zijun, the current Vice President Education for term 2023-2024. As a VPE, my role is mainly about planning the agenda for every meetings and find the speakers and role players for every meetings. And I also, as you can see, I never absent to any meetings because it's my role to oversee every club meetings that make sure it runs okay, no sudden accident or someone suddenly absent, I say FFK. And also, you can see the word education. My role is also help and provide support in the members' education pathway. Like for example, like they don't know about what's the like level 1 has how many project and what should I prepare for this project. So I have to answer all their inquiries and also help to submit their level completion and awards when they reach the level completion those. And also to preside meetings when the president is absent. Next slide. From this term, my main achievement is able to achieve 6/6, which is full education DCP goals. I will show the chart later on the next slide. And my main bottlenecks as a VPE, because I have to find GEs, general evaluator, which is you have to network with outside clubs. Not only in UN Toastmaster, you also have to network with other like MISA Toastmaster, Utah Toastmaster, Cornell Toastmaster. You have to know them so that, and also help them in their meetings so that they are willing to help you back in your external role player when your club is not enough people. And it also quite whether me is like someone role players or speaker like suddenly absent to like 30 minutes before the meeting tell me to June they cannot come. This is what the most person maybe really cannot very reasonable, unavoidable, but also you have to find someone to replace you during the meetings is also quite challenging. My main learnings as a VPE is first is networking with external Toastmaster club members like Connaught, like Utah Smelong and Tasi Dom. That's through their club meetings and annual conference. Yeah, not many people and many contact I get. And also because VPE, you have to find for the plan for every meetings, right? So you have to manage your time and task efficiently. This is, for me, is okay. Handle it. I can say at least okay. But next slide. Yeah, this one is my main achievement for this term is I managed to get, this one is the DCP goal, which every EXCO have to achieve it in order to get the President Distinguished Award. So for VPE, you have to let your members achieve 4 level 1, 4 level 2, 2 level 3, and 2 high award. So as to date, we managed to get all. And we achieved 9 DCP goal for this term, which is eligible for the President Distinguished Club. Next slide. My advice to the successor. First of all, don't too stress on this role. Like, don't see like what VPE have to do every meeting, oversee every meeting. No need to stress about it. When you do, and not only for VPE, for every task, I believe for every task, not only VPE, at first it comes difficult, but it might come difficult, but when you master it, you will get, you very feel like very easy to do all the things already. let me tell the benefits of BPE is like you are the almost like the face of the club lah, because like other Toastmaster club member, they will know you when you find the role players or GE when you're asking them. So longer and longer, they will know you and you're famous. Just a joke. And try to invite the external role players, for example, general evaluator, as fast as possible, because maybe if you don't find fast, then maybe they have other tasks though, so they cannot commit to your meetings. But if we are doing fully physical meeting, 100% physical meeting, no need to force yourself about this, because I know it's not every people will manage to come to UN campus for the physical meeting. So no need to force yourself to find the external role players for physical meeting. No stress. But if you find it's good lah, no find then it's okay. And third is like planning the speech slot to members efficiently. What to say is like you can encourage those who long time no do speech to take speech so that they won't feel discouraged and they want to leave. This is what I oversees, especially when the member is getting more and many people want to do speech. Can increase the club meetings. If really, really many club members want to do the speech, yeah. And last but not least, just enjoy yourself as a VPE. No need to take the stress. You see a stress? Okay, that's all from me. I open the Q&A session to the floor.
Okay, are there any questions? 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we will proceed to the next session, which is report by me, the club president. Okay, so the roles and responsibility as a club president is to preside meeting, to interact with club members, take care of the members' welfare, and if possible, to plan for bonding sessions. And the specialty of UM is that we need to obtain meeting venue where you need to be prepared that your meeting venue might suddenly be cancelled. Okay, and one more thing is, starting this term, we started to key in the MySys remarks. So as the president, you need to approve all activities, and you need to, if you are the one who started, who apply for the meeting, you need to submit the report as well. And the most important thing I would say is to maintain a good relationship with external parties, especially it's best if you have some connections in the Camp UM, so that whatever things happen, you can get news, internal news as soon as possible. Next slide. Okay, so the main achievement is that for now, we have quite a number of supportive members, and UMTMC has successfully hosted the area contest, and we have claimed some money from Camp UM, and we have already keyed in merit marks for a few meetings. So you may check your MySys if you got the merit marks. Okay, so the main bottlenecks this term is that inefficient task delegation, which leads to lack of manpower, especially in the MySys merit mark scheme. So I would suggest that to be done by the secretary for next term. And there's also lack of clear guidelines on claiming the money from Camp UM. So it's kind of troublesome for our treasurer to claim the money from them. The main learning is that sometimes things will not go as what you have planned, and need to learn to be more flexible and to adapt to sudden changes. Next slide. Okay, so advices for my successor would be may consider fully physical, but the thing for fully physical is that you need to find some backup meeting venues that are easily accessible. like DP1, DP3 is actually a good choice, but you need to submit your activity application in MySys at least 2 weeks before, and then you need to apply it from Point with HEP site. It's kind of a hassle, but DP1 and DP3 is on the first floor of KBS, so it's easily accessible. Like you can go there. If the lift is not functioning, it is still easily accessible. And for open day, you may consider to have selected speakers and to let them prepare just as they are preparing themselves to a speech contest, so that you can control the quality of the speeches to attract more members in the future. And I will skip to the last one first. You can consider again the time for the meeting, because for now, normally we will end our meeting around 10:15 to 10:30, and it's kind of late because after we end our meeting, we will need to clean up, and we need to keep all the stuff, and so it's like kind of a hassle, and it's kind of late for most of you guys, especially like those without own transport. It is quite hard for you guys to travel back, and it is quite dangerous to walk back to your KKs or to public transport at late night. So you might need to consider again whether to move early the time of the meeting. And last but not least is to be mentally and physically prepared, as you will be the face of the club, and you need to deal with a lot of external stakeholders, especially people from KMUM, and also some other clubs president or other clubs marketing unit. And so yeah, that's all for item number 3. That's all for the report. And next, we will be having our item number 4, club auspicer election, and I will be passing the session to our club leadership committee.
Chair Min Kang.
Hi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, the current club officers, for all the annual reports. I noticed that the president didn't ask for any Q&A for her session, so I will take this time to check if there's any questions to ask the president for her report just now. If yes, please raise your hand. Yes, Sheryl? Oh, yeah.
Just want to ask, like, for booking venue, I thought the responsibility fall under SAA instead of president. Or is it like together?
Normally booking venue would be done by the secretary, because it will be done if you are booking venue with HEP. You will book it through Point, and you need a lot of secretary report. You need the KKP, the proposal. You need the approval letter of MySys, and yeah, you need these 2 things to submit it in the Point system. So normally will be handled by secretary or anyone, or the person that is in charge of submitting the approval for the meeting, for the activity. Yeah.
So just to confirm, so the responsibility doesn't fall under SAA. So it's like everyone help out.
Yeah, you can actually this it can be decided by the future club committee whether this responsibility to fall under the SAA or under the secretary. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions? We can afford to have one more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay, congrats, Jane, escaping from the question. And now we're moving on to item 4, which is club officer elections for 2024-2025. The club leadership committee, the CLC, you see in my name here, consists of me, Min Kang, the immediate past president of the club, and also a club member named Chong Yu Meng. Yu Meng, do you wanna introduce yourself as a CLC member?
Hi guys, my name is Yuming and I'm part of the CLC. So for those people nominated, probably you'll hear my name. And
Okay.
of course, wishing you all the best as well.
All
That's all
right.
from me. Back to you, Min Kang.
Thank you, Yu Ming. Before we move to the election, I have to make sure that all of you only have one device joining. May I ask if Joshua, do you still have 2 devices?
No, I have one device only.
Okay. Alvin, I saw you have 2 devices or only one?
Yeah, no one.
Only
No
one.
one.
Okay, good. Thank you. Second, if you're able to, or I should say this, please switch on your camera because we need to make sure it's you who is voting. So unless you definitely couldn't have your camera on, please, for the sake of the voting, please have your camera on all the time, especially during the voting. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So let me move on to the election process. Okay, this might be overwhelming to you. I will explain step by step. For each office, if you notice, the nomination list have been done during the 2-week nomination period. So each nominee on that list has been nominated by themselves or by other club members during a 2 weeks nomination period, and they have accepted the nominations to be on that list. However, for each office, we will open for floor candidates. Floor candidates are allowed for each office with a seconder. Candidates from the 4 nominations can choose to accept or to reject the nomination. And members, you're allowed to nominate yourself. You don't have to be nominated by the other member. And after that, to close the nomination, I will need 1 proposer and 1 seconder to close the nomination. I will let you know how we are going to do this afterward with a demo. Then, if there's only 1 nominee for that office, the candidate is automatically elected for that office. Otherwise, we'll move to voting process. The voting process is at the bottom half of this slide. First, we allow 2 minutes of election speech for each nominee. How does election speech look like? It looks like 2 examples. One, when the interviewer asks you for how you qualify for the job, example. The other one might be a politician getting votes from the members. But not limited to these 2, you might have your own 2 minutes election speech to support you being a better qualified person for that office. So after 2 minutes, we have Zoom vote by members, and each member and only active members can vote. Right? And after that, we look at the results. First of all, let me introduce you the vote master and the ballot counter. So you can see on the screen, his name is Yem Kamun. He's already here. Hey, Kamun, you want to say hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
So, yeah, I can hear. Okay, so Kamun will be the vote master and the ballot counter for the voting for the election, because as CLC members, me and Yumeng are also club members. So we are required to vote. So to prevent biases, the voting process and the ballot countings will be done by Carmen, who is from Bukit Galugo Toastmasters Club. Also, as you can see from the screen, who was also club resident for Toastmasters. Okay, back to the process. If a candidate receives more than 50% of vote, which, let me check. Our quorum is 12.
7. We need 7. We have 13 members in the room, so we need 7 to get a simple majority, at least 7.
Okay, thank you. So a candidate who receives 7 votes and above will automatically elected. Otherwise, we will have the two nominees with most votes to proceed to the second round. During second round, the same voting will be done again, and by then we will have a simple majority, hopefully. Okay. As a member, you are encouraged to vote, though you can choose not to vote on any of the candidates. But I will encourage you to vote because we have a less count of membership, less count of a quorum. So to reach the simple majority, if you don't vote, it might be an issue. Okay. So this is the additional information that you need to know. First, any nominees who are elected for one position, let's say elected for the role of president, office of president, their other nominations will be removed from the subsequent position. Okay. Second, the nominees' names are in alphabetically order in a nomination list based on their last name. And third, each member is allowed to cast votes, including the candidates themselves and the CLC committee. And last one, should a member accept the nomination, which already done by the field nominee, but later on we might have floor candidates. If you accept the nomination, you would have accepted the position as well if you're elected. Okay, before we start the demo, any questions from the floor? You may raise your hand. Okay. If not, to make sure everyone is able to vote, I will request the vote master command to remove me as a co-host so I can vote as well. Let me know if you have done that. I think I'm still a co-host. Yeah.
Just give me a while.
Okay. Oh, meanwhile, one more slide. As I mentioned just now, during the nomination from the floor, if you have a floor candidate you want to nominate, this is how you will nominate. Okay. If you see there's a raise hand button, you might not know, so please try to look for that. Usually the bottom part of your Zoom. Try to do that right now to make sure that you can raise hand. Yes. Yes. Okay. Just to make sure that you can raise hand. And I've also included the exact sentence that you need to read out when you are nominating someone, including yourself. I'll give one example. For the nomination, I, Min Kang, nominate Yu Ming for the office of club president. So after you raise hand, Carmen will unmute you and you will read this. After that, we require 1 seconder to second the nomination. I, Min Kang, second the nomination. This also requires you to raise hand so Carmen can unmute you and nominate. And last one, we will ask the nominee, Yu Ming, would you accept or reject the nomination? So the nominee will unmute or requested to unmute and say, I, Chong Yu Ming, reject the nomination or accept the nomination. So that's how a nomination floor candidate is done. And to propose and second to close the nomination, we just require 2 people, 2 active members to use the reaction and press the cross react emoji. So can you guys try do this right now just to make sure you have that on your phone or your laptop? So click the reactions and choose no. Okay. So once you try that, you can make sure you remove your reaction. Okay. Any questions or any difficulties from any member? Do you need help? If no, then we wait for a comment. Yeah, I'm no longer the host. Yes. Okay. So just to make sure everyone is allowed to vote and you can vote, we will do a mock. So the mock will be done by me and a CLC member, Chong Yu Meng. So Yu Meng will be the mock nominee, nominator, proposer, and seconder. So let's start the demo. The demo is we are voting for the best food in Malaysia. Malaysian food doesn't get the global recognition it deserves, but the fact is, it is really good. To help narrow down the visitors' choices, members in Toastmasters Club will vote for the best food in Malaysia. So currently, I've received 2 nominations during the 2 weeks nomination period. The 2 nominees are, first, Maggi Goreng Telur Mata. I try not to laugh. Second, Nasi Lemak Ayam Goreng. I will now open for floor candidates. I see you may raise your hand. May I request someone to have Yu Meng to unmute?
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. I Toastmaster Yuming nominate roti sarang burung as the best dish in Malaysia.
Okay. So I've received 1 floor nomination. So before this, I will ask, okay, we just, I need a seconder for the nomination. Yes, Yu Ming.
Okay, actually the seconder needs to be a different person for the interest of this mock exercise. I will be the second person. Who will be doing our Itifa? Okay.
I, Itifa, second the nomination.
Okay, thank you. And by default, the nominee itself would have accepted the nomination. But just to make sure we know all the process, I would also do this. May I ask, Roti Sarang Burung, do you accept or reject the nomination?
Yes, I do.
Thank
I
you.
accept the nomination.
Thank you. Now we have 3 candidates for the best food in Malaysia. Maggi Goreng Telur Mata, Nasi Lemak Ayam Goreng, Roti Sarang Burung. We have some time for our vote master Carmen to try for the vote. Carmen, you can try rejoining.
Means I have to start meeting else.
Okay, got it. All right. Wow, thank God. Thank God.
Okay. Yep, I'm back. Recording already good. Let me share my screen again. May I confirm if you see the screen? Okay. Come on, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now vote for the best food in Malaysia. May I request the vote master come on to launch the Zoom poll?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry, before this. Let's practice to close the nomination, right? So to close the nomination for floor candidates, I need one proposer and one seconder. Please use the cross button. Yes, I've seen Yuming and Jane having the cross emoji on. The nomination for floor candidates is now closed. So members, be sure to raise your hand before we close the nomination so that you can nominate. Okay. So comments, you may launch the poll when it's ready.
All right, just give me a moment. All right, I'll launch the poll. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, come on, please signal when the poll is closed.
We need 2 more voters.
We need 2 more voters.
Only 11 members voted.
Okay, this round, everyone has to vote just to make sure that you are allowed to vote or you can vote. There's no technical issue. So please do so if you haven't done.
1 more.
1 more?
Done.
Okay. So may I receive the results from you?
Wait, I just check whether I can share or not from here.
Okay.
Oh, I can share directly. Okay, good.
So
So
now you
means
see the results for the best food in Malaysia. Unfortunately, we have a tie. The tie is Maggi Goreng Telur Mata and Roti Sarang Burung. We have not achieved a simple majority. So what's going to happen now is these ballots will be discarded and we have to vote again. Because I'm not able to select the best two, the top 2 candidates based on vote count. So may I request Carmen to relaunch the poll? Okay, please signal if the poll is done.
3 more voters.
3 more voters.
Two more.
2 more.
Still 2 more. No, 1 left because 1 left.
Okay.
1 more
So
voter.
1
need.
more.
All right, done. But we have 12 only now.
So simple majority becomes 7. Okay, as you can see, we have not achieved simple majority, but we now will filter the candidates with top 2 votes based on vote count. So now, may I request Yumeng to remove Roti Sarang Burung from the nomination list? And may I request Carmen to launch the poll with Maggi Goreng Telur Mata and Nasi Lemak Ayam Goreng.
Can you see the changes?
Let
Can you
me-
refresh?
Okay. Yes.
The poll, I just edit it nicely. All right, Min Kang, if you're ready.
Yes, please launch the poll now. So please vote for best food in Malaysia for round 2.
We need 1 more voter.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, now become 11. Right, 12. Okay. All 12 members voted.
Okay. I am happy to announce that Nasi Lemak Ayam Goreng is the winner for the best food in Malaysia. Thank you for the vote. Thank you. And let's move on to let's move out from the mock and to the real elections process. Okay, before this, may I request someone if you're able to admit Sheru from waiting room? Thank you. So, first, the office of club president. This is a recap from the presentation by club president Jane. Before this, for current club officers, please rename yourself to only your name. Please, if you're able to remove the positions in your name, please rename to only your name. Nicholas Kunyit. Okay, thank you so much. Roles and responsibility of the club president is presented here. Preside meetings, interact club members, take care of members' welfare, plan for boarding session, obtain meeting venue, clean my system remarks, maintain good relationship with external parties. For example, KMUM. Now, the nomination list for the office of club president is as follows. Lee Zijun, Umi Umaira. Lee Zijun, Umi Umaira. I shall now open for floor candidates. Please raise your hand if you would like to nominate someone or yourself. Have 15 seconds for this. I receive no raised hand from the floor. May I now require one proposer and one seconder to close the floor nomination? I received from Itifa and Jane being the proposer, Itifa being proposer, Jane being the seconder to close nomination. Nomination list for the office of club president is finalized. Lee Zijun, Umi Umaira. Let's move to election speech. Each candidate is allowed for 2 minutes of election speech, and you will be muted immediately on the 2 minutes mark by the Zoom master. First candidate, Lee Zijun. You are given 2 minutes. Time starts when you first utter the word.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lee Jun, the nominee for the office of club president for UMTMC term 2034-2035. What I would say like is I have the experience as a vice president education in overall the Toastmaster staffs. So I believe that I have the confidence to accept the president role and serve for every club members. What I will take attention more on if I was the president for next term is I will try to maintain the club quality, which is have the speech with more quality, and also make sure that everyone was well engaged. So if they feel like they are demotivated, they are feel free to reach out to me, and I will try my best to help them in their Toastmaster journey. And besides, what I will focus more on is the membership, because we realize that the membership, like, we can do it better. During the, like what just now said is we can focus more during the open day and the school booth, Kokyu booth. That's all from me, and thank you everyone for considering me as the nominee of the president.
Thank you, Lee Zijun. Second candidate, Umi Umaira. You will have 2 minutes for your election speech. So your time starts when you first utter the word. The floor is yours.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Umi Umaira. So I want to thankful to all everyone to give me this opportunity. For my past experience in being a president, I think I don't have too much. I just have experience in being part of student council. So I think I can engage well with students and individual in this club. Especially for me, if I've been chosen as president, I think I will promote this club because I think I am a person that have a lot of wide connection, so I can gain more and more people and attract more people to come to this club, to enter this club. I think besides that, I will try my best if I get this position to maintain the bonding between the member clubs, and so on. So that's all from me.
Thank you, Umaira. We shall now move to the votes. All right. May I request Carmen to launch the Zoom poll?
Timing. Do remind them how much time they have to vote.
Okay. So the voting process for each office is 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes, the poll will be closed automatically, and so please vote within the 2 minutes.
All right. So we shall launch the poll in 3, 2, 1. We need one more voter. All right. Done. Linkan, shall I share the poll now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I will announce that Lee Zijun is elected for the office of club president. Congratulations. Okay. Lee Zijun, club president for 2024-2025. You may now prepare for the acceptance speech that will be delivered at the end of this.
Sorry to interrupt, Min Kang. Let's finish all the club office election first, then only the elect speech later at the end.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next office. The office of Vice President Education. As shared by previous VP of Education, this is a roles and responsibility for Vice President Education. Plan for club meetings, prepare meeting agenda, find speakers and role players, oversee every club meetings, help and provide support in members' education pathway, preside meeting with when president is absent. The nomination list for the office of Vice President Education is as follows. Alvin Chan, Umaira. I will now open for floor candidates. Please raise your hand if you would like to nominate someone or yourself. I have 15 seconds for this. I receive no raise hand. May I now request for a proposal on a seconder to close the nomination? Jane being the proposer, Kunyet being the seconder. Thank you so much. Okay, the nomination for office of Vice President Education is now closed. Final nomination list, Alvin Chan, Umaira. We now have 2 minutes election speech for each candidate, starting from Alvin Chan. You're given 2 minutes for your speech. Time starts when you first utter the word. What is yours?
Hi, can you see me? Can you see me? Yeah. Well, I would appreciate those who nominate me as the Vice President of Education. Anyways, yeah. Well, I think for education path, I think I noticed that most of the time that some people have selected a time slot where they wanted to present at that particular time. But I think some of us like sometimes so just want to finish it and did not intend to really focus on specific goals. I think perhaps what you can do is try to have more preparation for every speech so that you have to make this thing. I think that be good. So if I were to become the vice president of education, I think we would have a discussion about everyone's intended role on their speeches so that they have more information instead of just massing finance for the sake of just upgrading the plans. And that's all from me.
Thank you, Alvin Chan. Candidate number 2, Umi Umaira. You now have 2 minutes for your election speech for the office of Vice President Education. And the floor is yours.
Hi everyone. So I want to thanks to for this position. So I think I don't want to talk much. If I get this role or position, I think I will do my best. But I think I don't want this position, as I really want to be vice president of membership. So you can vote for Elvin. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Umi Umaira.
Actually, our membership is okay.
Thank you, Alvin and Umi Umaira. Okay, we shall now vote for Vice President Education. May I request Carmen to launch the Zoom poll?
Right, just give me a few seconds. The poll is launched now. 13 present, so 7 for majority. All right, all 13 members have voted. Shall close end the poll now and share the result.
All right, thanks.
Over to you.
Okay, I would like to congratulate Alvin Chan had received a simple majority of 62% for the office of Vice President Education. Alvin Chan is elected as the Vice President Education. Congratulations. Next, let's move on to the office of Vice President Membership. The roles and responsibilities for Vice President Membership is as follows. Recruit new members, initiate contact with guests and make them feel welcome, provide information to guests, manage the process of converting guests to members, conduct membership building programs, work with other club officers to strategize solutions to membership challenges. Before I name the nomination list, may I request Yu Ming to remove Alvin Chan from the nomination list, as he has been elected for the other position previously.
I have struck his name out from the nomination list. You may refresh to get the update. Toastmaster Minkang.
All right, thank you. The nomination list for the office of Vice President Membership is as follows. Umi Umaira. Umi Umaira. I will now open for floor candidates. Please raise your Zoom hand if you would like to nominate. Okay, 15 seconds have passed. May I request a proposer and a seconder to close the nomination? Jane and Kun Yet. Jane being the proposer, Kun Yet is a seconder. Thank you so much. The nomination list has been finalized for the office of Vice President membership. Umi Umaira. As Umi Umaira is sole candidates in our nomination list, Umi Umaira, you are automatically elected as Vice President membership. Congratulations, Umi Umaira. All right, let's move on to the next office. The office of Vice President Public Relations. These are the roles and responsibilities for the Vice President Public Relations. To protect the Toastmasters brand, develop a public relation plans that include using PR tools and resources, setting goals for the PR effort, determine PR budget, create a public city calendar, indicate vehicles and tools that you can use, communicate Toastmaster key message to members, guests, and journalists, be persistent with news, working with news media and others. Collaborate with club leaders to discuss the PR plan and monitor status towards your goal. Nomination list for the office of Vice President Public Relations is as follows. Jane Wong. Jane Wong. I will now open for floor candidates. Nominations for floor candidates. May I request for a raised hand if you would like to nominate? Yes, Itifa Rafi, please.
Hi, I would like to nominate Lim Min Kang for the office of Vice President of Public Relations.
I apologize for that. Please follow the exact format that's on the slide.
Okay.
That's include your name in a sentence.
Hi, I am Itifa. I would like to nominate Lim Min Kang for the office of Vice President Public Relations.
I will need a seconder for the nomination. Nicholas Leong, please go ahead.
I, Nicholas Leong, second the nomination.
Thank you. Yu-Ming, I might need your help with this because I cannot ask myself.
Toastmaster Lee Minka, would you accept the nomination as for the office of Vice President Public Relations?
I, Lim Min Kang, reject the nomination.
Thank you so much. The nomination, Lee Min Kang will not be added in the nomination list.
We're still open for floor candidates. In 15 seconds, we will close. Thank you. May I request a proposer and a seconder to close the nomination? Itifa being the proposer to close nomination. Ding Kun Yet being the seconder to close the nomination. Thank you. The nomination is now closed. Final nomination list for the office of Vice President Public Relations, Jane Wong. Jane Wong, being the sole candidate for the office, is now automatically elected. Congratulations. Let's move on to the next office. The office of Club Secretary. Roles and responsibility for Secretary is as follows. Write agent report to the University Malaya. Support the Vice President Education as Base Camp Manager in the Toastmasters Pathways Learning Experience. Report new officers to Toastmasters International World Headquarters. Take the minute at each club meeting and club executive committee meeting. The nomination list for the office of club secretary is as follows. None. None. I will now open for floor candidates. Please raise your hand if you'd like to nominate someone. Jane Wong.
Jane would like to nominate Kunyit for the office of club secretary.
Please follow the exact sentence on the screen. No would like.
I, Jane, nominate Kunyit for the office of club secretary.
I need a seconder for the nomination. Alvin.
Alvin, second the nomination.
Thank you. May I ask, Ding Kunyet, would you accept or reject the nomination?
I, Ding Kunye, accept the nomination.
Thank you. May I now request Yumeng to update the nomination list? While updating, I received one more raised hand. Iktifa.
Hi, I, Iktifa Rafi, would like to nominate Elvin for the office of club secretary.
Please follow the exact sentence on the slide. There is no would like.
I, Iktifa, nominate Elvin for the office of club secretary.
Okay. Alvin has been nominated. I would like to have a seconder for the nomination. I haven't received any raised hand yet. Give a 15 seconds. Yes, Joshua.
I, Joshua Lim, second the nomination.
Thank you. May I now ask Alvin Chan. Alvin, would you accept or reject the nomination?
So I thought I'm selected for Vice President of Education. Can I still be elected for this?
No.
Cannot, right? Then they nominate me for what?
Yes.
Yeah, and another thing, 85. My name is Alvin, not Alvin, bro. Alvin, not Alvin.
Okay, I made a mistake, sorry. Since Alvin has been nominated as the VP of Education, I shouldn't have done all that, but it's okay. So Alvin's nomination is not valid. Thank you. Any more nomination? No. May I now request for a proposer and a seconder to close the nomination? Alvin proposed to close nomination. Zijun second the proposal. Thank you. This is the nomination list for the office of club secretary. Yes, Zijun, you raise your hand. Okay. Ding Kunyet. Ding Kunyet, being the sole candidate for the office, is now automatically elected. Congratulations. Let's now move to the next. The office of club treasurer. Roles and responsibility for treasurer is as follows. Prepare and oversee club budget. Collect and pay membership dues and fees. Allocate funds for club activities. Keep financial records and prepare for financial reports, if necessary. Prepare letter for payment request to the KMUM for claims. The nomination list for the office of club treasurer is as follows. Before this, may I request Yu Ming to remove Ding Kun Yet from the nomination list. Can.
It's done.
Okay, thank you. Nomination list for the office of Club Treasurer is as follows. Iman Sophia, Cheryl T. Iman Sophia, Cheryl T. I will now open for floor candidates.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. My name
Sorry,
is Iman.
Iman. Haven't yet.
Sorry.
I'm waiting. We're now in a floor nomination process. Okay, I received no raised hand. May I request for a proposer and a seconder to close the nomination? Nicholas being the proposer, Jane being the seconder. Thank you. Final nomination list for the office of Club Treasurer, Iman Sophia, Cheryl T. As Cheryl T is not in the meeting, her nomination is still valid, but she is not going to give a 2 minutes of election speech. But we still will have Iman Sophia to present 2 minutes election speech. Sophia, you have 2 minutes and time starts when you first utter the word. Iman Sophia, you there? Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am Iman Sufia, and first and foremost, I would like to apologize for the slip up. Just now, I'm a bit tired today. As for my qualifications that I believe make me eligible for this position, it's nothing too impressive, but I am experienced with using spreadsheets to keep track of expenses, be it my own or any for other organizations' purposes. I am also pretty experienced in writing formal letters in case I need to make an appeal for any additional funds. And so I believe that those strengths of mine will aid me in my duties as a treasurer should I be nominated, should I be elected for that position. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the election speech. Okay. Now, let's move to the voting process. May I now request the Wordmaster Carmen to launch the Zoom poll.
All right, just give me a moment. Now, currently the participants is 12, so we should have 12 votes. We need one more. All right, that should end the poll.
Thank you. Congratulations to Iman Sophia with simple majority of 87%. You are now elected for the office of Club Treasurer. Congrats. Let's move on to the next office. The office of Sergeant at Arms. Roles and responsibilities for Sergeant at Arms is as follows. Keep and manage the club assets, set up chairs and other assets before meeting, ensure meeting goes smooth, ensure meeting room back as it should be, the arrangement after the meeting. Nomination list for the office of Sergeant at Arms. Cheryl T. Cheryl T. I will now open for any floor candidates. Jane Wong.
I, Jane, nominate Iktifa for the office of Sergeant at Arms.
I need a seconder for the nomination. Nicholas.
I Nicholas second the nomination.
Thank you, Nicholas. May I now ask the nominee Iktifa Rafi, would you accept or reject the nomination?
I, Iktifa, would like to reject the nomination.
Please follow the sentence.
I, Iktifa, would like to reject the nomination.
I think there's no would like. Sorry.
Wait, I, Iktifa, reject the nomination. Okay.
Thank you. Iktifa's nomination is rejected. I will now open floor nominations again. Yes, Nicholas. Nicholas, you are muted.
I, Nicholas, nominate Lim Min Kang for the office of Sergeant at Arms.
I will need a seconder for that. Yes, Ding Kun Yet.
I, Ding Kun Yet, second the nomination.
Okay, Yu-Ming, I need your help.
Toastmaster Lim Min Kang, will you accept the nomination for the office of Sergeant at Arms?
I, Lim Min Kang, reject the nomination.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lim Min Kang. Your name shall not be added to the nomination list.
Floor candidates is still open. Yes, Iktifa Rafi.
I, Iktifa, nominate Nicholas for the office of Sergeant at Arms.
I need a seconder for the nomination. Yes, Jane.
I, Jane, second the nomination. Okay.
May I now ask Nicholas Leong, would you accept or reject the nomination?
I, Nicholas Leong Yong Shen, reject the nomination.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
I, Nicholas, reject the nomination.
Thank you. Nicholas' nomination is rejected. Floor candidates still on. Yes, Iktifa Rafi.
I, Iktifa, nominate myself for the office of Sergeant at Arms.
I need a seconder for the nomination. Kun Yet.
I, Ding Kun Yet, second the nomination.
Iktifa Rafi, would you accept or reject the nomination?
I, Iktifa, accept the nomination.
May I now request Yu-Ming to update the nomination list? Well, we still open for floor candidates. Yes, Ding Kunyit.
Okay. I, Din Kunyit, nominate Joshua Lim King Yu for the office of Sergeant L.
I need a seconder for the nomination. I think Itifa cannot be a seconder as a candidate. Yes, Nicholas.
Second the nomination.
May I ask Joshua Lim Kin Yu, would you accept or reject the nomination?
I, Joshua Lim Kim Yu, reject the nomination.
Thank you. Joshua's nomination is rejected. Floor candidates will be on for the next 15 seconds. Okay. May I now request a proposer and a seconder to close the nomination? Ding Kun Yet being the proposer, Jane Won being the seconder. Thank you. Now, final nomination list for the office of Sergeant at Arms is as follows. Mohammed Itifa Rafi, Cheryl T. May I request, let's move to the voting process. May I request Vote Master Kaman to prepare and launch the Zoom poll for the office of Sergeant at Arms.
Election speech.
Oh, thank you, Yumeng, for that. I missed that one. Okay. We shall now move on to the 2 minutes election speech. First, Muhammad Itifa Rafi, you have 2 minutes for your election speech. Your time starts when you first utter the word. Over to you.
Thank you, IPP, for the kind introduction. Now, what is the job for SAA is needed? Number one, you need to be on time. You need to be there always during meetings, and also you have to be proactive in setting up the venue. For me, I can roughly say that I can do all that, two-thirds of that, because number one, I have a car. I can put the stuff and also set up the room accordingly. And but then my weakness is sometimes I'll be busy with work, so I have no time to go join the meeting physically. So yeah, that's it for me. Back to you, Minkang.
Thank you, Itifa. As Cheryl T is not present in the Zoom, we will not have a 2 minutes election speech for Cheryl T. Okay. Let's move to the voting process.
Sorry, Minkang, I'd like to interrupt here. I
Yes.
think to be fair, right, if I'm not wrong in the election protocol, if the primary candidate is not there, either the proposer or seconder could help to deliver a speech on his or her behalf. What do you think?
Yes, but there was one office and we didn't do that.
Okay, we'll follow the
So
precedent.
I think we to ensure that it's consistent, we don't do that.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So let's go for voting.
All right, just give me a moment. Right, the poll is launched for Sergeant. You have 12 members, so 12 votes total. We need one more vote. All right. All members have voted. I shall end and share the result.
I would like to congratulate T received a simple majority of 75% to be elected as the Surgeon at Arms. Congratulations to Sheru. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the election process for the 7 officers in Toastmasters Club for term 2024-2025. Let me present you. I need half a minute to update. All right. Let me present you the list of club officers for Toastmasters Club 2024-2025. Club President Lee Zijun, Vice President Education Alvin Chan, Vice President Membership Umi Umaira, Vice President Public Relations Jane Wong, Club Secretary Ding Kun Yet, Club Treasurer Iman Sofia, Sergeant at Arms Cheryl T, Immediate Past President Jane Wong. Congratulations to all who were elected. And for those who did not get elected, please try again next time. I would like, on behalf of the CLC, Club Leadership Committee, I would like to thank everyone from joining and participate in a voting process with the elections. Thank you, Yumeng, for assisting me as a CLC member. Thank you, Kaman, for joining in as an observer and as a vote master, a ballot counter, and a Zoom master. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yumeng, you have anything to say?
I think nothing, that's all for today. I'm happy to say that the election has run smoothly.
Okay.
It just did not take into account the fact that one of the members couldn't attend to make a speech. Yeah.
Okay. Last in the agenda, item 5, not 4, item 5, Club President 2024-2025 acceptance speech. Oops. May I now invite Lee Zijun as a club president-elect to give a 5-minute acceptance speech?
Sure. Hi everyone, it's me again, Toastmaster Lee Jun. For those who don't know me, I introduce myself again because I'm the president-elect for Toastmaster term 2024-2025. My name is Lee Jun. You can call me Jun, CHIJUN as well. And I'm the second year undergraduate actuarial science student in University Malaya. Thank you for nominating me as the president-elect. For me, I might have a high hope to the current EXCO, which is this is my little personal hope is I don't want to see any EXCOs get burdened or discouraged after this term. Like even though you are being forced or you personally willing to be the EXCO, it's your responsibility to serve the members in UMTMC. So be prepared for your role and service to UMTMC. Of course, if you feel like if very burdened, feel free to tell me or tell your mentors or any senior members you are reliable to. and we will give assistance to you. Maybe it's too strict to you all, but this is my personal hope. And let's work on UMTMC, making UMTMC better. Remember the motto of the, I think it's the motto or vision of the UMTMC is RRSE, Responsibility, Integrity, Excellence Service, RRSE. And enjoy yourself as the exco. Yeah, you should responsible to your task, but just enjoy yourself. It's okay because for me, there was the VPE for the last term. Actually, I also received stress about like sudden absence of people. But at first, also want to thank you to all the excos and other members who assist me in the VPE role. So for me, I'm the president. I'm prepared to give support to every excos and every Toastmaster members. Let's make UMTMC more quality and better. Thank you.
Thank you for the acceptance speech by President-elect Lee Zijun. For your information of current ESCO, a reminder, we are now moving into transitional period where the ESCO-elect and the current ESCO team will work together until 30th of June 2024. So as advice, please don't put aeroplane. Thank you and all the best to the newly elected club officers. See you next time. Bye-bye. Next meeting is on 20th of May. Please check the agenda for more info. Bye. Thank you. See ya. Sign off. Sign off as IPP.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Kaman. Bye, Sophia. Bye, Evan. Bye, Joshua. Bye, Jujun. Bye, Jane. Hey, come on. Thanks for helping. See ya. Bye, Itifa.